All right, the call is recording right now, the second part, 9 o'clock, and we discussion about the freedom article, about the freedom, article number 3. My proposition is I can open the file where is another constitution talking about the freedom, and look what they think about this thing. Agreed or not?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Should I send a link to the
Korea
chat?
didn't specifically say, I recall.
So
what? I didn't get that. What did Korea say?
The link is right there.
Okay.
Here, Max. 한국에서 do not infringe the rights of others라는 말 없죠.
Do not. 예, 없죠.
Yeah, Korea doesn't say that. So if you remove it, it won't affect Korea. It'll only annoy me, and people are happy to annoy me. So let's live with it.
So more people for deleting this part of this article, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Resolve my comment.
Like this?
Yeah, resolve my comment. Just click the button that says resolve.
Oh, your comment.
All right,
On
I'll
the right
find
side.
it. Yeah.
On the right.
No, somebody got it. All right. So shall we go down to number 4?
Please. Ownership.
그럼 할 말 있어요? Max, compare. ownership에 대한 얘기. 뭐 하실 얘기 있어요?
The only issue with this paragraph is how can it be enforced? How can it be controlled? And the question then would be, why do we have something written down that we cannot control, enforce, or analyze?
Who's speaking? Martin?
Yeah.
Yes. How you can be sure that there is...
Yes, he could probably explain this better, although lawyers don't always want to. It's very common to put unenforceable features in a contract because they encourage behavior even if they are unenforceable.
Okay, so to have social pressure, more or less.
Yes.
You know somebody is doing wrong, and you can kind of blame them. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, even if it's impossible to catch all thieves, we still have laws against stealing.
Yeah, I get that. But then why write the number of 10%? That's the thing. Like the Constitution becomes more credible when everything that's in there makes sense, right? So the number of 10%, well, I know it's coming from version 1, and I mean, you have the same effect. You have the same effect that we just agreed on. Nobody should own it, and
because block 1 already owned 10%. So how we can make it less?
Yeah, sure.
I would like to make it less. I would like to make it less.
I would like to make it less too, quite honestly.
But
then they will dump all their tokens.
No, but you cannot do that because block 1 didn't already have 10%. Then you need to ask them, all right, give someone 2% and we'll make 8% because we're writing in Constitution such way.
Yeah. No, it has to be 10, but no more. And even though it's not entirely enforceable, technically, if somebody wanted to, they could figure out in many cases when somebody's being a dick.
Okay.
Yeah. And the consequences are that if someone would own more than 10%, I'm not sure how that would work, but all the other parties could claim damages with that party. So, this
They could demand the surplus is burnt in ECAPs, and that would be not unreasonable.
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
그럼 검필이나 Max 여기에 할 말씀 있어요?
예,
6.1,
괜찮아요.
6.2. Wait, why are we on number 6? Why aren't we? I see. Somebody's playing with the scroll.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I just wanted to look at the footnotes about the ownership. Sorry.
오너십에 의의 없습니다.
예, 오너십 4 오케이. 4 오케이.
All right, ownership is okay for Korea.
Everyone agree on ownership? And many better suggestions how to do that.
Originally, the Constitution says no fiduciary.
Yes.
And it probably belongs here, if anywhere. But I don't know if we owe anything to Block 1. And if no fiduciary was in there only to satisfy Block 1's SEC problems.
Well, when it comes to the SEC, we're all in the same boat, aren't we?
No, we're fine. It's Block 1 that's in trouble.
Okay. Well, if Block 1 is in trouble, we are in trouble. I feel like
No, we're not.
well, I want them to be building and not going to court.
We can ignore Block 1. They're the ex-wife.
Definitely will influence the whole network if Block 1 will have troubles. Even they are non-directly right now in EOS, but you can see the reaction of community when Dan Larimer start talking in the group chats.
Yeah, and if their war chest that everybody's talking about gets minimized, then that's also not good for EOS.
Let's be like it is. We cannot change anything. Just let's agree on this and keep going. This is not the most important thing. I think we should focus on.
Sure.
The next article is inflation.
I'm not sure how 4% already issued tokens can be distributed if they've already been issued.
I'm about to say 0.4 like this. Do you agree, guys?
No.
Not at all.
I think I think that we need to get input from the Koreans. Their take on inflation and WPS is very different from what Amsterdam has.
I would like to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Competition.
네.
Oh my God. 저기 WPS 하고 inflation 좀 설명해 주세요.
WPS하고 인플레이션이요?
Yeah.
생태계 발전기금.
생태계 발전기금. 잠시만요. 어디 있더라?
Paste
일단
it in the chat window.
잠깐만요.
제가 paste 할게요.
알겠어요.
Yeah. So this is the inflation policy section from the Koreans. I'm pasting it in chat.
All right, say it in the chat.
And then I'll find the WPS section. Oh, no, it's there. The second bullet point, the community can propose that a portion of inflation be assigned to the WPS ecosystem.
I have a question. I'm not clear about the place in WPS for projects and for the network. So that's why I never had thing like to think about.
Delegation
Yeah,
model.
yeah, allegation model, all the things. So that's why I don't know how to do that, and I don't know who have clear plan about this, because there is always
WPS?
there is always in the end there is common complaints that this is not efficient way of placing WPS. There is a big point for argument from community, and the part of the community always say, "Hey, why you decided to put money such way? This is not the best solution," you know.
Dima, the WPS team has a proposal on Medium where they've laid out their plans, and it's going to go to referendum. So if it doesn't get passed by referendum, then it doesn't happen. But if it does get passed, then it does happen. I will say that Dan Larimer left BitShares because their WPS system didn't work, and they was unable to do further development on the network. And your point 4 there is really annoying.
Yes, please put this away.
So
I
what do you
personally think
it should be 4% inflation per year for WPS?
Yes,
It should be 5%
please read the second.
EOS.
Yeah, please read the second sentence, because it says that in the next year, all unspent tokens will be subtracted.
I can live with the subtraction, but I can't live with starving the network's development.
Well,
4%
that's another
is
point.
a
I would
huge
like
money.
to change the name.
Where you can
I would
spend
like to change
4%.
the name WPS into EOS Development Fund.
Yep.
Make it clear.
So
Any
all this funds,
right?
that are
guys.
spent.
All right,
From
can I ask
the
the link for?
be-
Can I ask the link for Medium article about the WPS?
Let's do that after the call. It's
All right, no problem.
because I have to send you
also put a video. Yeah, we also did a video interviewing everybody involved in the WPS system. That's the emergency committee. That's the interface. So there's plenty of information. You understand the second sentence, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
So
that if
you
the
spend like
funds
4%,
will be unspent, they will become to the mainnet network back again. Am I right?
yeah, well,
not necessarily. Subtracted is ambiguous. It would probably just be burned. Any surplus can be burned.
yeah, that's a technicality. Basically, all that's unspent won't be inflation the next year.
Yeah, so if you don't spend anything in 1 year, you won't have 8% a year after. It will still be full.
Really? That's what you're saying? I understood this as 4% in year A, only 1% of that is used, one of that is used, so the other 3% are burned. Year 2, it's 4%. If it's not used, the surplus is burned. So that every year it starts at 4%, but if it's not used,
and everything is
it goes.
Yeah, it results in the same thing. It results in the same thing, basically.
I have a question. In such case, if WPS can be so changeable thing each year, why just do not have extra document for WPS or inflation?
I don't understand the question.
Why?
I mean, like additional document which can be just related to WPS.
That's what the WPS referendum will be.
Yeah, but that Dimitri's right. If we put it in the constitution, we can only vary the constitution through a referendum. And since WPS system and the percentage, like I think the Korean did, we may want to have that a bit more flexible than having to change it, or that it can only be changed to a referendum. So I kind of understand Dimitri's point. We could also make the working of the WPS. I think it's in the it's in the charter. It's in the constitution that it's the way we spend or the community spend this stuff is being organized by, in my version, the block producers meeting.
Yes. So in such case, you know, we did this, and we in inflation article we wrote such way that that inflation should be done as it wrote by the main document about WPS. So there is a like a article, or there is a document, legal document, which related only for WPS, and it can be accepted on separate referendum. So there, it's more powerful document, and we did this with two things. One is ECAF, one is arbitration. So all regulation wrote down and described in RDR. So it's additional document, and the same additional document we have for WPS. So we do not mention 4% in the main constitution. In such case, if there is changes, you don't need to change the whole constitution. You can go referendum on WPS.
That's what the Koreans have. They say that the community must decide how to run WPS. It cannot be the block producers. Giving the block producers control of that 4% is the end of EOS, because that becomes such a target for the abusive VPs that it's uncontrollable. We've then become bit shares.
Can we make it less complicated and say each year 4% inflation will be generated into the EOS savings account? At the end of each calendar year, this account will be burned and the new 4% will be generated.
I'm about to do not mention about 4% in the constitution, just to have additional document for WPS. And then you can mention how many percent you want in this document. I'm about this kind of frame.
Okay, but for me, it would be nice to have a constitution and you read it and you understand how EOS works. With sub-documents, they're nice. They can give something additional, but not mentioning it at all, I think is like, it makes the constitution itself like half-assed.
A constitution doesn't need to go into all of the laws of the country. It just needs to assign to the parliament or the Congress the right to create those laws.
Yeah, I do agree, but the very fundamental element should be in it, and I think the question is the WPS fundamentally enough to be in there or not?
It's the ongoing development and protection of the system, so I would think that's very fundamental.
And it should be in the name. WPS is too much, leaves too much room for interpretation. If it's the EOS Development Fund, then it's clear what this
preferred term in the Korean constitution is
then there is no description about WPS. There is no description that there is that funds will go for development network, exactly mainnet.
Yes.
Where I can read this, there is no any point about this, so we don't know where it will go.
It's just the documents that are being put together for the referendum for WPS. Right now, all the Korean constitution does is it says the community must create a system.
Then it's additional document. You cannot mention all the things in this article. And this is not right to put inflation rate in a document, because it can be changed at any time.
Yeah, I do agree. We need. Okay, my takeaway for now is I do agree. We should put the exact figure in here. Maybe like like a material sort, some sort more or less vague number. But I also think we should put the principle in here that there should be a meaningful working proposal system, and there should be a definition of the working proposal system. So that we as a community can decide how to fill in the details.
Please look at what's in the Zoom chat and tell me what's missing from that. Max, 저기
예.
신거 제가 번역 못해요.
제가 말로 할까요?
예, 해보세요.
그러니까 4% 이게 인플레이션을 발생을 시켜가지고 기본적인 이게 생태계에 이게 운영을 할 수 있는 개발을 하든 아니면은 뭔가 문제가 생겼을 때 이 캡이든 뭐 법률적인 뭐든 사용을 할 때 그렇게 사용을 하게끔 안 해버리면은 우리를 지켜줄 그게 없어져요. 이게 있고 결정은 레퍼런덤으로 하되 이게 조항이 없어버리면 무법지대 될 수도 있어요. 이게
Okay,
있어요.
what Max is saying is that the WPS is actually, Max, what Yetzi just defined here might be perfect. In the chat, Yetzi just described that, no, Max is explaining that it needs, that the monies are to be used for the development and securing the network.
Why are we not putting this in the name?
In what name?
In the name of what the WPS is. Worker proposal
It's the-
system.
Change
is
it
very
to
vague.
EOS development.
Can I get consensus
Or
on this?
EOS
No, I'm not
ecosystem
agree with this, guys. Sorry, I cannot agree on this. It's my point of view. I won't make it green because I do not agree. Sorry.
You went rogue.
So yeah, we can keep going on next thing and get back to this, and I can show you the proposals from another constitution and what we did on the Russian constitution. Maybe you like that thing, maybe not. But I cannot agree on the 4% and leave it like this over here. So that's
Okay.
why I'm agree on the WPS. If it won't exist in a constitution, we will kill idea about funding the network. But I do not agree that it should be 4%. There is unreasonable amount of thing, and looking at it right now.
What the Koreans wrote doesn't state the percentage. It assumes the percentage is judged by the community as the community needs it.
Everything
Right now it says 5%.
We cannot read it. Do you have article in English?
I posted the English in the link here in the chat window.
It's Korean.
Yeah. No,
No, I'm talking about at the 2115 mark. The EOS platform shall provide block producers with block producer compensation of reasonable rates to maintain the EOS blockchain. The community can propose that a portion of inflation be assigned to the EOS Development Fund. The community may propose a policy for increasing and decreasing the total supply of EOS, and the proposal is subject to referendum decision by the members. No percentage is named. For the Medium post, Dimitri, after the call.
I have a question. This will probably pop up later as well. If it's a question to the Korean community, I think. Who is the community? How do we let them make a decision?
저기 한국 community 누구냐? 또 어떻게 결정하냐?
레퍼런덤이죠.
So Max, 한국 community 누구냐고?
한국 커뮤니티 코리오스.
Yet see, there are some Telegram groups, including Koreos, which have thousands of members. And there's also the Alliance group that's in Korean language. The people that care about governance have joined the calls and joined to make the Constitution. So about 20 outspoken governance-minded people from the Korean community worked together to make the Constitution. The pen that wrote it was Kompir, down below.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that explanation. I was just referring to the language in the chat, not to the discussion right here, the talks we have right now.
The language in the chat is translation, and that's mostly my fault. So if you have a problem with the language, you can come to the Philippines and poke me in the nose.
Love to do that.
By me.
Okay. I'm sorry to. It says here in the group chat, the community may propose a policy for increasing and decreasing, etc., etc. The community can propose that a portion of the inflation, the platform. Why? Oh no, sorry. So my question is, if this is going to be in the Constitution, who is the community here? How do they make decisions?
Community is defined by referenda and voting.
So how do like 1 million or odd people propose something? Shouldn't that be? I mean, I think this is a very important part of how this Constitution will work. Like, does the community appoint their representatives that make the decisions, or
no,
is everything going through a referendum? That's I think a very fundamental discussion.
Everything will go through referendum.
You cannot do everything on referendum. The people won't pay attention to this referendum after 5th time. Referendum have power if you do it not often. Then people will come back and will think about it. But if we'll do a referendum, all things,
Switzerland does it once a year.
They won't pay attention to this, and I don't think that whole community can have agreement on such things as WPS, because many people just do not pay attention. They don't know what it is, and they just, I don't care. Or what are you choosing there? I don't know. They don't have objective opinion on it. And who is care about it is more block producers, because block producers more deeply in this topic. So in the end, we will come into block producers' suggestion because they influence opinion of the community. Opinion of community coming from block producers. So when you're doing WPS and you're doing allocation of this thing, then you will follow the suggestion of block producers in the end.
오케이, 한국말로 할게요. 지금 말씀하신 게 레퍼런덤 하면 사람들 너무 지겨워서 투표 안 한다고. 그래서 representative로 block producer 이용해야 되고 block producer 다 결정한다고.
아, 그래가지고 지금 얘기하시는 게 WPS를 만약에 이게 운영을 해가지고 생태계 뭐 발전 기금이라 가지고 이렇게 사용을 할 경우에 그렇게 되면은 이게 또 하나의 BP가 될 수 있다, 그런 우려를 말씀하시는 거죠. 결정을 이제 그러니까 이렇게 레퍼런덤을 하게 되면은 사람도 투표에 관심도 없을 거고, 결국에는 WPS가 결국에는 커뮤니티가 결정을 한다 했는데 이 커뮤니티가 결국에는 BP와 같이 자기네들끼리 결정을 운영 기금을 마음대로 할 것이다, 이러한 우려를 말씀하시는 거죠.
아이, 그거 어차피 되겠다고. 근데 이 사람 얘기에는 레퍼런덤 하지 말고 그냥 그 WPS 만들 힘, inflation 만들 힘, 그거 다 BP한테 넘기고 싶다고.
아,
욕하고 싶어.
아니 그러면 BP가 너무 힘을 가지잖아요.
So he said, if we do that, the BPs are too powerful.
Yeah,
And
that's what
I
mean.
agree with Max.
That's what I mean. So if you do WPS, the influencer, you need to look at the voice of influencer. Influencer voice, if the influencer writing the article about the WPS in very beautiful way, then the whole community agreed on that. Because you watch, is it like watching TV? It's the same thing. And the EOS right now is coming, if you look deeply, is not just blockchain network, is a religion. The block producers is the profits over here, and they lead the whole system. So we influence opinions of another people, and with WPS, everything will come into the opinion of block producers. So that's why my intent was, do not delete it, just have it as an experience, but it made WPS as small as possible, so block producers do not have interest in it. They cannot find any interest to make a profit from this thing. That's a reason to have. Then you have WPS, which will work on the purpose of leading mainnet network.
오케이, 지금 그분 얘기하신 게,
예.
그 BP는 관심 안 생기게 WPS 남기고 헌법에, 근데 대신에 0.4%만 준다고. 그래서 BP는 관심이 없어. 그것도 욕하고 싶어요.
그러면은 아니
I'm
0.
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
0.4%면 누가 제한을 하고 누가 발전을 시키죠? 그 돈으로? 너무 작은데?
뭐 그대로. It's too small.
Dimitri, is your only fear that block producers are fighting over the WPS funds?
Not
and trying to get there.
Not
Actually,
only this.
WPS
no, not only this.
Away there a lot of work from them.
The second thing is really hard to find consensus on allocation of the fund.
David.
Wait, Max, 잠깐요. Dima, what you just said, I just realized the confusion. WPS system needs to be established by the Constitution, but the WPS decisions are not made by referendum. They are made by governance structures created by the people, and in some cases maybe committee, some cases maybe referendum. You really need to read the documentation, but the issue is that the money that is accessible to any one party is much smaller than 4%. And the approval process is all public and controlled by the public, but not a referendum.
Yes.
So there is a process. And if you make it super small, then you also limit yourself. You shouldn't put too many restrictions on there. I think it's good to burn it each year, so we're not having like an ever-growing honeypot, but to allocate some fixed number and define the faucet that's going in savings, I think is systematically the smartest solution. We can change the number to 2%. That's fine with me, but there should be a number.
I have a question about who the people who will decide allocate WPS. Is the same people who will use it?
Read the Medium article. There's a system already that's proposed, and it will be accepted by referendum, or not.
All right, I will do my homework and will read article in it.
It won't be written down in the Constitution.
Can we skip this thing and do not make it green for right now?
Yep.
All right. Can we go to the votes?
Well, we made a couple of decisions there, right? But anyway, let's skip it.
Or we can change it or make new intention right now if you, but maybe I need to read the really article and I will agree with you on the next call. So we definitely won't finish it right now, and we can come back it next time. Sorry about this. Maybe I need to have more time to know
look for the article on that Medium page that I wrote.
Yes.
From October, I think. That's the most recent. Maybe August.
You can send in a Telegram group chat or in a Zoom right now, in a chat right now, the link.
Didn't you just in Zoom? There's already a link.
No, I put the entire page. He wants a specific article.
Okay.
I'll find it and send it.
All right, thank you.
Eve also did videos, interviews with David. Did anything change dramatically since the interview?
Not really.
Okay. So there is a transparent process on deciding what proposals go up for vote, and then there will be a process for like following up, before it's executed and the product is there's like an escrow, they're not getting all the money. It's not a honeypot. There are enough mechanisms to prevent abuse. But this is like in the system. No problem.
I'm really happy to hear somebody say this, because that's what I've been saying, but since I wrote most of it, I'm kind of biased.
Yeah, I know. But one thing that we could maybe agree here on, if 4% is too high, then we can lower it. And I think the language of unspent token in calendar year will be subtracted from tokens to be issued in the following year can be expressed easier. So you mentioned something like burning. Yeah, sure.
We actually have in the proposal for WPS, there's actually a system for burning everything as we go along until it has approval.
Yes.
I'll post a link to that as well. So it actually is, at its highest, WPS is allocated 2%. But in the beginning, WPS has almost nothing. But the 4% is created and burned because it's very hard to restart after it's shut off, but it's easy to burn it as we go.
Yes.
Hold on.
Not speaking of language, I just want to systematic. Can we express that after each calendar year, all remaining will be burned and we start fresh with zero, basically?
Well, there's a problem with that. Some projects, for example, if we decide that ECAP needs funding in order to be open to everybody, that needs funding from the beginning of every calendar year as well as at the end of the calendar year. So bringing us down to zero each year.
Okay. Can there be then something like an escrow, or bring you down to a minimum?
The second article I posted about token flow and burn proposal actually explains how we plan on burning, so that things that need to be funded are funded, but things that are yet unknown don't have any money allocated, and everything is burned.
Okay. So I would suggest we read those articles and move on to the next.
Okay. The only thing is, these articles are a little out of date, just a little, because they were written a few months ago, and right now we're busy preparing the referendum documentation, so we haven't updated. So some things have changed, but they're minor. For example, we were planning on bundling a couple of projects with the first referendum, and we have since decided not to bundle.
Okay.
So Dima, when you read that stuff, why don't you contact me privately and we can talk through it.
All right. I would like to know more about it. Maybe I will change my point of view. And the point of view we got on the Russian calls was like that. Thank you, guys. Let's go forward to the number 6.
Yeah.
About the limit of this call, let's say like 2 hours. Is it all right for you guys?
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
we have 15 minutes more, and I think 2 hours call is more. We can go deeper with the things and make some changes. Is it good for?
Okay, then sure. But then let's talk 15 minutes right now about the ongoing process and not about just yet another article, because I would like to know where this is going and if we're all committed.
All right. I would like to show you guys on the next call. I would like to show you changes what we made on the Russian community, and we also add Ricardian contracts to the constitution. So we think Ricardian contracts is important. In such case, constitution becoming more on chain. So as far as we're making changes over here, can we do that with this version in future, or should I show you how we did this with the Russian community proposal?
How you implemented Ricardian contracts, you mean?
Actually, everyone can know how it looks. In what parts?
What I'm hoping is that right now we agree on content and not worry about language. Later, when we've nailed down the content, we can simplify everything and make a Ricardian contract together.
Agree with David. It's simpler for us because we are not familiar with Ricardian contracts so much.
Yeah.
Everyone agree with that? The votes here. The votes there is coming about the votes. Let's also about the ownership. Footnotes will keep like this, right?
For now.
Yeah. So
yeah, I can elaborate on that a little. Hang on, sorry.
Martin, nice ringtone.
What do you want to say? Is something else? I interrupted you.
Thanks.
Oh no! I was just saying, if we really only have 10 minutes left, then I would like to know when is the next call. What are we doing till the next call? Like basically give everybody some homework and agree when we're gonna meet next.
Yeah, this is good.
10 minutes.
Did this. Let's check. We are on the Article 6. How many articles in total? 18, right? JT, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, 17.
Yeah.
17 articles. So basically, we can do this in 3-4 calls, roughly.
Yeah, I really would not put like a deadline on it.
I would like to have a clear not clear, but approximate plan how we're gonna do that. So how many calls we need to make and how many things we need to discuss in one call. It will push us further. If we'll stock something, we'll stock. But if we can go further, it will be cool. So we're a bit in rush. Referendum tool is already here and proposal is not. So we need to work harder. My suggestion to have
let's
call in a couple days.
In 2 days.
Yeah, in a couple days we have call.
Yes, the only thing that we need to agree on when everybody has time, because it was already a little bit hard to get us all on one call. I think 1 hour is definitely too short. Yes. So
for me, this time is good. For me, 8 o'clock is good time.
Okay, I would like to propose Saturday 8 p.m. China time.
Not Saturday, please.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start working on Monday again?
I would like to have Monday. On Monday we can make it again.
Okay. Can someone share the editable Google document that we just worked on? Same time on Monday is fine.
I'm sharing it right now, and I'm sending again in the chat, and I will send it in a Telegram. I'll repeat it in the Telegram.
Okay. Thank you.
And
can we all agree that we are working on this document till Monday in the form of comments?
Oh, that's good. I can change. Actually, I can.
We're not editing the document. We're just adding additional versions or wordings in form of.
I can change the document only for commenting. Would you like I do like this?
Yeah, if we need this kind of restriction, that's fine. Like
So
that
I can
is
change
really
the document.
impossible. Okay.
Just suggesting like this. So everyone can make suggestions, so we can discuss this suggestion in future.
Yes.
Okay, could you share the link also through Telegram? Because I don't know what happens when we finish our Zoom call.
No, it's already in Telegram. Like I think he already sent it in Telegram.
Yeah, I already sent the link in Telegram.
월요일날 똑같은 시간에 하실 수 있어요?
Yeah, okay.
그럼 그 전에 네?
알겠습니다. 알겠습니다.
네네.
데이비.
잠깐요. 들어야 될 거 있어요. 밑에 서류 하나 있어요. 이 서류는 지금 우리 편집하는 게 코멘트 하세요. 월요일 날 전에.
Also, can the Koreans put in common form their additional, what they changed from this document, the most crucial things already added as a comment?
All right, I will send the link to the Google file about the changes from Russian community as well. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Max, 무슨 말씀 하시려고 했어요?
아니 너무 일찍 끝나가지고 아쉬웠어.
아유, 외국 사람들이야.
아.
우리나라 같이 5-6시간 안 해요.
Max is complaining, why don't we just work for the next 10 hours until we're done? Koreans have a slightly different work ethic to most Westerners.
I really like
probably
Max.
I got
really like
coming
Max.
up though.
Max, you're my guy.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Max.
It's good suggestion. It's good suggestion.
All right, I will see you guys on Monday.
What we were doing was staying until the end.
Also, maybe we can have more ladies on the call, and JC also can speak time to time, so not only men voice.
I like men's voices.
Yeah, I like
we like women's voices.
Shall we have a sing-along?
Can we sing some Christmas songs? Very early in the morning.
After Constitution, guys. When we finish our Constitution.
Zoom karaoke.
Any songs, guys.
Okay.
You know,
pleasure to talk to you guys.
We could just monetize these calls and tell Thomas to send us all to Saipan and lock us in a room.
Thomas would love that. I thought that's what we were doing. I told him what we were doing, and he was like, "This is wonderful. This is great."
David.
Well, we didn't get through it all, but we did really good today. I think it's a really good first day.
David, next Zoom call, Dmitry sing a song.
Dmitry sing a song.
Okay.
The Russian one.
Next Zoom call, Dmitry sing a song.
All right, no problem. I'll prepare one. I will sing from my phone, like la 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 la, like this.
I'll put the link for the new call in the Telegram for everyone for Monday, and I'll make sure that there aren't any other calls that are going to kick us off.
All right.
So
awesome. Thank you.
Monday 8 p.m. same time.
Okay.
Monday same
time.
Korea 9시죠. 한국은 9시죠. Yeah. All right.
Yetzi, I hope you can make it as well. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cool.
Okay,
thanks.
bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Ciao.